Welcome back to the podcast where we discuss all things Love Island. So, CASA AMOR is finished. Day 3 is here. CASA AMOR is done. The recoupling is done. And we're here to break it all down. So, let's get stuck in. I think there was no surprises. I think we called it all. There was no surprises. There was no shocks. Yeah. I mean, according to me anyway, yeah. From what we've all been saying, from what we've been spotting, from what they've been showing us, there was nothing that was like, oh, wow. I think.
I think Harry not recoupling was a shock.
Oh, sorry, yeah. That was surprising, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. Because I just thought he was getting on with that girl really well. So I was actually surprised with that.
He did say that it hadn't been a long enough time. So I don't know if it was more a shock rather than a disappointment. I wanted him to obviously, I don't even remember her name, but
no, I don't.
I obviously wanted him to bring her back.
Yeah, so
purely because I don't like Helena. But because I think it was before I didn't really care because, you know, if he chose to stay with Helena, then they can just both get off the show. But when I actually started to care was when she started to make her speech, when she started to say her speech, and she was saying foolishness like,
yeah,
oh yeah, you know, like I think we'll always find our way back to each other, and you know, I think everyone knows what we've got, and, and blah blah blah, and she was just chatting a bunch of nonsense.
She was,
and I was just like, yeah. Harry, please bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
Please bring someone back and shame this girl up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's the only time that I actually started to care about it. And then when he stayed with Helena, I was just like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Why did you have to do that?
I mean, even the stuff that she was saying was really weird because she was saying, you know, I know what we have and all this and that.
No, but you don't.
And then in the same breath saying, oh, but we all know what Harry's like.
Exactly.
So
you sounded like a bit of a joke there.
Yeah.
Like you really did. So
talking about coming back to each other, but
I don't know how you said that so confidently.
Honestly.
Yeah, like that didn't sound bad.
What else
but
can
whatever.
you say about Harry, man?
But you know, like if it doesn't all come out purely based on honesty, it will come out in moving out anyway.
Yeah.
Because even though Harry wasn't moving as mad as Harrison or Tommy, Harry was still saying things that Helena wouldn't like.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was saying, I don't miss her.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying things like, no, not really, I don't really miss her that much. He was saying that, oh, actually, to be honest, that's the only thing I can really remember to actually pick out. But he was obviously kissing her in bed as well.
He was, yeah.
And kissing her outside of challenges.
He was.
Helena obviously wasn't doing anything like that. Yeah. He did, and he even said it.
He did.
He even said it.
From the very beginning.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was very annoying. But obviously, like, when Emma came back with Connor and she, you know, started, you know, she responded to him in all fairness because she wasn't going to say anything. It was Harry that started it.
Yes.
So she gave it back to him and rightfully so. And well done.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, oh, like, you know, it's a bit weird for her to come all this way to just say things on my name. And she was just like, but I'm not saying things on your name. That's who you are.
It's true. But I sort of agree.
Yeah.
I don't see the point bringing her here if she wasn't interested in rekindling with Harry.
I agree.
Honestly no point.
And I think I said that in the episode before yesterday's because I wasn't in yesterday's.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I said that. I was just like, we don't need to be hearing about your past together.
No.
And your history together because you have no intentions of getting back together. Why did you come all the way to Love Island to tell us that he was cheating on you with girls?
No,
in your flat.
Because
together?
even because obviously with Grace and Joey, like they were obviously exes, but we didn't hear in detail what went wrong with all of them. I don't think we did.
But then again, that's different.
But that wasn't a proper relationship, and that wasn't a proper relationship. And it was like a summer fling or whatever.
Yeah, but
it's like
so in a way.
We don't, that's not what Love Island is for.
Yeah.
Like,
in a way, I do agree. But when she responded, I was just like, well done.
No, he deserves it anyway. But, you know, it is pointless.
And, like, the stupid longing looks that Helena was giving him, I was just like, can you just shut up?
Honestly.
Because stop acting like you don't know what he's like by now. Did you really think it was just a villa thing? What he does in the villa, he will do outside. why is it rocket science? And Tony literally said it perfectly when she was speaking about Harrison. So why can't you get it? And you're 30.
Exactly.
Actually, you're 29.
Yeah. But still.
Gosh, my goodness gracious.
So,
like, she's so... Yeah.
At this point, she's playing that character. Because you can't be that silly.
She's just dumb.
She can't be that silly. I mean, everything she does is just to have fun. She's not a serious person. She's not here for a serious reason.
She's definitely not a serious person.
Yeah.
But, like, she's just dumb.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously, you know, I don't care for Helena. Helena is definitely one of the fakest and snakiest girls there. But, like, this episode, for me, I was just like, this girl needs to remove herself from my screen. Because you literally admitted to Shakira that you weren't into Tyre.
Of course she wasn't, man.
You literally admitted that, I mean, she even said it. She said, yeah, like, I tried it out with him because I just thought he was fit.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, you was like, oh, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, I know what me and Harry have is real. Like, it's true. And I'm just like, so then why did you go for the guy that Shakira wanted? And you knew she wanted him. And you knew you weren't going to choose him. I don't like her. She did it with Harrison.
Yeah.
And then she did it with Tyre.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like her. She genuinely has.
Oh, you mean
something...
Harry?
Huh?
You mean Harry?
No, she did it with Harrison. With Tony.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, yeah.
So true. That wasn't directed to Shakira.
But
she
I know
genuinely has something against Tony and Shakira.
Yeah. It's that competition thing. Because even yesterday when she was trying to, I can't remember. I think she was talking to Ty. When she was talking about Shakira, something about competition or competing or whatever.
Yeah.
And Shakira didn't say that.
Yeah.
And I think even the public was saying it. I was looking at the comments and stuff. And that's what people were saying, that she literally lied to Ty.
Yeah.
But then you didn't even want Ty.
But then you didn't even want her. So you tried to destroy what Shakira and Ty were building.
Yeah.
For what reason?
She has something against Tony.
She obviously
and Shakira.
does, because she admitted that she didn't want him.
Yeah.
So you tried to ruin them for the sake of ruining them.
Yeah, it's more than just being into the same type of guy. Helena is there to play loads of games. But
it's there to annoy Shakira. It's not even just to play loads of games. She has something against Tony and Shakira.
Well, she obviously
because she only does it to them.
Well, they're the only girls that's not her girls. The rest of them are her girls.
Get off the screen.
She's mad.
Because you always knew you were going to choose Harry, so what are you doing?
Yeah, she's mad, man. Get
off the screen. I really don't like her.
She's crazy.
I really, really, really don't like her. And like when she was speaking to Shakira and she gave that explanation, I was just like, and I feel like they had to cut it there, because even Shakira probably would have either been going in circles or she would have started cussing her.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And it's like every time she gets that confrontation between either Shakira or Tony, you've got no mouth.
Oh yeah.
You're 29.
Oh, listen, this girl, she's just there to have fun and mess about.
Just honestly get off the screen.
Anyway.
Just get off my screen and take Harry with you.
Oh yeah.
Honestly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like her. I don't think anything can happen at this point that would change my mind about Helena.
No.
Helena's a snake.
That's been settled from weeks.
Yeah, she's such a snake.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised and I'm disappointed. The fact that she's a 29-year-old woman, and we know that we you know, it's natural. Like, I'm sure everybody knows it at this point. We do mature faster than men. So the fact that you're 29 and you act like that, you and Harry are made for each other. Get off together.
Well, yeah, they are.
Get off
and
together.
Harry has already said she's literally the female version of me.
And to be honest, Emery even said you guys deserve each other. You're both snakes.
Yeah, she did.
Remember?
She did.
Well done. Good. Because you are.
Let them crack on.
You don't care about who you hurt.
No, they don't.
So get together and live together.
Yeah. And I hope we can get them out of the villa. I hope they don't last to the final. Obviously, there's not really any hope, because I feel like they will, unfortunately.
Yeah, just
but
disappear,
we're just gonna have to wait and see.
And even in CASA and AMOR, sometimes when you saw Harry talking, it's just like, this man's not serious.
Well, he's not. We know that.
He was talking like he was tired, or like he was bored.
Yeah.
Or
he probably was. He probably was.
And
he
He says one thing to another girl that he wants to get to know that he's not telling Helena. And we already saw that in him anyway when Shakira was in the picture as well. So he's not going to change.
No. We know that.
He's not going to change.
We know that.
Anyway, so yeah, that's that situation. Obviously, let's talk about Tony and Harrison.
Yeah.
So obviously Harrison recoupling with Lauren wasn't a shock.
No.
And I to be honest, I wasn't shocked about Tony and Cash either, but I'm happy that she did it.
I'm very happy she did it.
I think she was always going to do it.
She was.
From the way, definitely last episode, definitely yesterday's episode, we knew that, she was going to choose Cash. But in terms of the reaction, like, obviously I love Tony, and I don't think... Yeah, I've disagreed with some things, but I don't think there's been a point since she's been on the show that I haven't liked her.
No.
I really, really like Tony.
Yeah.
But the only thing I would say is, like, her reaction is a bit of a sticky one. Because, and it's not her reaction. Her reaction was fine, but it was when she said, we all knew how you were going to move in there. And he was just like, and he turned around and said, yeah, but you did the same thing. So for me... It's a bit of a sticky one because even yesterday when I was watching it and Tony was kissing up Cash, I was just like, yeah, but best believe that in the CASA AMOR recoupling, when Harrison chooses Lauren, you can't say anything because you literally did the same thing he did.
Yeah,
and that's what Tony did. Tony spoke on it. Yeah. And for me, it was just like, yeah, but you don't really have a leg to stand on because you both did the same thing. Even if Harrison moved worse, you still did the same thing.
Yeah, I think she does have a leg to stand on because Harrison did it the minute he got into CASA. Tony did not.
But remember, she didn't. It's true she didn't.
Yeah.
But obviously, in the main villa, the boys didn't come straight away anyway. And it didn't It didn't take her very long to start with Cash. It took Harrison quicker. Because remember, Harrison...
but she wasn't kissing him up straight away though.
Not straight away, but it was still quite quick. And but remember with Harrison, like I said, he moved worse. Because even with Harrison, he didn't even start with Lauren. He started with Lucy.
That's what I'm saying. So in my opinion, obviously, from what it looks like, you're obviously going to say, oh, yeah, well, you did the same thing because you both recoupled. But I don't think Harrison should be speaking. He did it straight. He did it straight away with one girl. Yeah. And like you just said, he didn't just kiss up one girl. He was kissing up girls. Yeah. So I don't think you should be speaking at all.
No.
And what she said is true. What you did in the main villa, you were going to do in CASA.
Yeah, that's different. That's 100%.
Yeah.
That's 100%. So that was before she said,
no, I know.
We all knew how you were going to move.
But that's why Harrison shouldn't speak at all.
No, and he shouldn't.
Because at one, you've done this in the main villa already. So it's not surprising for Tony. Second of all, you know how you moved in CASA from day one of seeing those girls. Yeah. So why are you speaking?
No, it's true. 100%.
I don't like when people do that. You know that you've moved mad, so you shouldn't say anything.
Yeah. But at the same time, people can still turn around and say, yeah, but so did Tony.
No, she did not move mad.
I don't...
And she definitely didn't move mad like he did.
I wouldn't necessarily describe what Tony did as moving mad.
No, it's not.
But she still did the same thing. It's just that Harrison did it on the worst extent. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Either way, yes, Harrison shouldn't say anything.
Just be quiet.
But also for me, it's like, as well with Harrison, is that Harrison never once, not really acknowledged Tony. When you were there, you didn't really acknowledge Tony's existence at all.
And then,
whereas Tony did.
Yeah, enough times. Because she actually liked him. He doesn't like her. Yeah. Enough times he said, what I feel with Lauren, I've never felt, it's nothing I've ever had in the villa. Yeah. So from time you were saying, Tony has not done it for me.
Yeah.
So shut up. Why are you talking?
But yeah.
No.
Harrison's another one.
Be quiet.
He chats a bunch of bullcrap anyway.
Be quiet.
He's a boy child.
Exactly, so keep quiet.
And Tony should have never given him
She shouldn't have, to be honest, so that's her fault, really.
She should have never given him a second chance anyway. But
that situation's done, I hope.
Oh yeah, me too. Like, I hope definitely that's done and dusted.
Leave him alone.
Yeah. But then, obviously now, Ben recoupled with Andrada. I believe that's her name.
Yeah, because we were saying it wrong.
You're saying it wrong. You're saying Andriani and stuff like that.
Yeah, me and Sophia were saying like Adriana or something like that. It's Andrada, I think. Yeah, it's Andrada.
So obviously, that was obvious. But this is linking into obviously Megan Dejon because obviously
his face.
Because obviously, like you know, we all knew that Ben was going to bring back Andrada.
That was obvious.
Because Dejon was never going to be man enough to do it himself. So we knew that was going to happen. Either way, we knew Andrade was coming back.
We knew. He made it obvious yesterday.
Yeah, he did. But obviously, I don't know what to really say about this other than, like, what we've always been saying. Like, Dejan is just, so annoying. And you know when he would wake up every morning and he would be like, oh, you know, like, I miss
that
Meg.
annoyed
like,
me
even
so
the last
much.
time
Just
he was
shut
like,
up.
oh, like, it's like I woke up from a nightmare and the nightmare is still there because I miss Meg or something like that. And I was just like, this guy is such a dumbass, because then the next time you see him on screen, he'll be talking to Andrade about kissing her.
He's playing the game. That's all he's doing. He's not being serious. He's playing the game. That's all he's doing.
And I think it got to a point where even Andrade was getting a bit tired.
Yeah, she was. Because he's playing the game. How can you say that every single morning and Andrade's right there, and then later on in the day you're flirting with Andrade? You're playing the game. That's all. That's all you're doing, and we all see it.
But because that's what he did with Billy Kiss as well. He's not man enough to do what he really wants to do because he wants to make it to the end. He doesn't like Meg.
And
you don't act like that.
No, he doesn't.
Meg.
It's not even. And the thing is with Dejan, it's not even about being man enough. He wants to win. It's got nothing to do with being a man. He wants to win.
He wants to win.
He wants these girls. He wants Andrade. He wants Billy Kiss. He wants all that stuff. But he wants to win.
He wants to win.
At this point, you just want to win.
They're the only OG couple, so he's like, I stand the best chance winning with Meg.
Yeah, he just wants to win. That is all.
And it's like
we can all see it at this point.
Yeah, and it's like you come back to the main villa just to be able to say, like I slept on the Davids for 3 nights in a row.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
You know, he just wants
you're playing face. You're showing face. You're playing face.
But when you really come down to it and you tell the truth,
come on, man.
Yeah, because even though you didn't do anything mad with Andrade, you wasn't fully respectful.
No,
you wasn't fully respectful in the words you said, in the way you were acting.
That challenge that you just couldn't stop kissing her.
So you wasn't fully respectful.
Man. You're not fooling anybody.
Anyway, like.
Anyway, we just have to wait for that to come out because
absolutely. That's
his
what
face.
I'm looking forward to that, and
because
I hope it comes out in the
his
next
face
episode.
when she came with Ben, he was like, like he's imagining it all coming out and Meg or whatever, because there was something about
I don't know what it was. I perceived it like he was happy she was back.
No, he was happier.
Yeah,
he was happier. But obviously Meg's sitting right next to him.
But yeah,
it's like.
But I think especially when she started talking, that's when his face was kind of like, it's gonna.
Yes.
But you're a dickhead. He always does.
He made loads of faces when Andrade walked in with Ben.
He did.
Faces of obviously being happy, but it's like, he went through so many emotions in one, because you're a dumbass. And because I can imagine him now pulling what he did with Billy Kiss and basically throwing Andrade to the side and saying, I just don't want to Meg.
I hope he doesn't do that.
Well, Meg's watching him now.
Yeah.
Meg's watching him now. So I can imagine him doing that. And then obviously, hopefully Andrade tells him about himself and also tells Meg. And then movie night makes it worse.
Movie night comes out, yeah.
So that's what I hope. But I can see it at this point. I can see it.
But obviously, like, it didn't exactly go the way we wanted it to. Like, we wanted Andrade and Dejan to have kisses outside of the challenge. We wanted them to share a bed so that Meg would be done. That obviously didn't happen. But eventually it got to a point where we were just like, we know he's going to choose Meg. He still wants to get to know Andrade. According to him, because that's what you did with Billy Kiss as well, and
exactly. And then look how he spoke to Billy Kiss.
Yeah. So
do you know? It's just,
but
it's boring at this point.
But for me, like Dejan, it's like Dejan is gonna keep moving the way he's moving because you're giving him license to.
Yeah.
It's Meg for me that is more so getting on my nerves now, and like I don't like Meg anyway, so I don't really care.
No.
But at the same time, it's like if you're not gonna grow up.
Yeah.
If you're not going to grow up and open your eyes to what's right in front of you, this is going to keep happening to you. You're going to keep crying.
Yes.
Like a stupid woman. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You're going to keep crying. You're going to keep saying, I don't know why we're not closed off. I don't know how you can call me my Meg, but you're flirting with next girl. You're going to keep doing the same thing, going in the same circles. If you don't do something about it, because Dejan's going to keep doing it.
He is.
He's going to keep doing
it. Meg, honestly,
and
I don't have time for
obvious.
Meg.
He made it blatant, like obvious to you before CASA and AMOR that he did not want to close it off with you.
Yeah.
You brought it up about twice. She tried to lie and say she didn't.
Yeah.
She brought it up about twice, and the first time he laughed, And the second time it was like, oh, calm down.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Meg.
You're so stupid. And then in the recoupling, when you make this speech, you're like, oh yeah, like I do trust him.
She's dumb. Because yesterday she was saying she doesn't trust him.
And you were crying.
And then now she's come back and said that she does trust him.
Oh.
Make up your mind.
Shut up.
Make up your mind.
Honestly.
Anyway, I don't have time for them.
Long.
That's not entertaining to me. I don't have time for them.
It's so long. But you know when you're always on your screen,
because they're being pushed to win.
They definitely are.
They're being pushed to win.
I said this from
and it is up to us to make sure they don't.
I said this from day dot, man.
No one should be voting for Megan DeJohn. Absolutely no one.
Mm-mm.
If people out there honestly think what they have is genuine, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Because that's very weird to think what they have is genuine after everything we see.
They're
being pushed to win. They better not.
At this point, I just hope that this blow up is the end now. I'm getting so tired of it. It's
boring,
so boring.
Man. They're boring. They're fake and they're boring.
It's so boring. So yeah, I'm really hoping that this time is actually the end of it now.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Like, obviously, let's talk about Giorgio quickly. Because obviously, really like Giorgio.
Yeah, man.
But, I think I always...
I like Giorgio.
We may have not mentioned it quite often, but, he's similar to Shay. So I like him.
Yeah,
obviously not as much as Shay, but yeah. For me, it was just like, when he first came, it was just like, this guy's too smiley.
Yeah.
He's just always so happy.
Just so happy.
Yeah, always so happy. But yeah, with what he did, I was just like, in a way, I was kind of just like, why now are you not feeling it? But it's fine. I kind of brushed it off. But I'm glad that he closed it off because he wasn't feeling it and he was honest about it and he didn't bring her back.
Yes.
I respect him for
respectable.
That. Yeah. I definitely respect him for that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's really happened really, especially when it comes to CASA and AMOR.
No.
Yeah. So I definitely really respect him for that.
Yeah, man, very honest.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about Billy Kiss and Boris.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Boris. I'm not happy with that decision.
Yeah, I think that was really weird for her to do.
Too. I agree.
And I don't know why she done that.
I
because
agree.
She literally just had the conversation with him prior, saying that she doesn't know whether or not she should trust you. Like, you seem like a bad boy or whatever, like, it's gonna break her heart, whatever she was saying. So why would you choose him?
Yeah.
I was very, very surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. I don't understand why she would choose him. I'll be very honest.
I agree.
I was not expecting that.
I agree.
I think it was weird and I don't know why she did it.
I agree.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why she did that.
I was not happy with that decision. And it was weird. Like you said, it was weird. I wasn't expecting it.
No.
And yeah, when it happened, it was just like, what?
What was the point of saying everything that you were saying to him yesterday then? Or the same day, whichever it was. What was the point then?
Yeah, no.
And then you chose him anyway?
Yeah. No, I wasn't okay with that.
No.
But like, I think what Billy Kiss was doing in the recoupling was quite funny.
Yeah.
But I think she was doing it because like she said when she had that argument with Tajon, she was like, listen, like if I need to say something, I'm gonna say it. But because she was shut down when she tried to tell Dejan about himself, I think that's why she had to do it in that way.
Yeah.
So I'm really, it was funny to me.
It was funny. Every minute was like, funny. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Or
because she knows.
Because
she knows, but she wants people to open their eyes. Basically.
It's true.
Yeah, it was really funny to me.
Yeah.
I feel like as always, like in this one, I was just like, I think Maya was a bit annoying.
Yeah, it's just dry. It's just I don't know. There was just certain things like
it's just a typical thing. Like it's predictable.
Yeah,
what she's gonna come up with next is predictable.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
it's not.
I just didn't really care for that.
No.
Who else? Yeah, obviously Shakira chose Taya. Hopefully that works out because I really want it to work out for Shakira because Shakira's had a really hard time.
Yeah.
Shakira's had a really hard time and I really like her. And it's the same with Tony as well. So I hope that works out for them too.
Yeah, and obviously Connor is now with Emma, obviously Harry's ex.
Yeah.
So, I didn't really care.
No, neither did I.
Because I don't care for Connor no more.
No, neither do I.
But all I'll say is, if this now doesn't work again with Connor, he needs to go home.
Yeah,
because he's proudly saying this is the 6th girl you've been with, so you need to go home.
And yeah,
because
Connor,
nothing ever works out, so you need to go.
Yeah, I think if this doesn't work out, Connor definitely needs to leave.
You need to go home now.
Unfortunately, Giorgio will leave. Giorgio will not last. because he's too mature for the villa.
Yeah.
He's too grown for the villa, he's too mature for the villa.
Yeah.
So he will leave, he won't last.
Yeah.
And then there was someone else I was going to say. Oh no, and also like now that Emma is back, I am looking forward to a blow up between Harry, Helena and Emma.
There probably will be, considering what you said in the recoupling.
Yeah, I feel like there will be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, you know, if the next episode plays it out right, I'm looking forward to the next episode because I want to see the Meg and Dejan fall out. I want to see the Harry and Helena fall out.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get much more of Tony and Harrison, but maybe. I think that's all. I think that's it. I think that's all the only things I'm looking forward to.
But also, Tommy.
Oh, Tommy and Emily, yeah. So obviously
he was obviously going to recouple.
It was obvious.
But Emily was not. She was not pleased. She was like, "No, Tommy."
And you know what? I don't like Emily.
I don't care for her.
I don't like Emily, but I was starting to feel a little bit bad for her.
I wasn't.
But I don't like her.
I wasn't.
I don't like her. She talks too much. I don't like her.
He was never into.
Do you know what? When he came back with Lucy, and I saw Emily's face, she reminded me of Jess.
What? Oh.
You know Will and Jessie. Not Jess. Jessie. Will and Jessie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Even though Will didn't recouple, I don't know, she just reminded me, because Jessie was heartbroken.
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
she was heartbroken. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, I don't like her anyway. But
he was never into you.
Tommy surprised me, though. I really didn't think he was going to move that mad.
I mean, he moved mad very early on.
He did, and he didn't care. Because he did not care for Emily at all.
Because he wasn't into Emily. He was never into her.
Yeah.
So,
that was a shock. I wonder if now this is going to cause people to stop liking Tommy, because I think Tommy was probably like a fan favourite.
I haven't heard anything
in terms of males.
I don't really know.
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of people like Emily. So if that's the case, then I think a lot of people will switch on Tommy after this.
I don't know how people feel about Emily.
I thought.
But I know Tommy is fan favourite.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't know about Emily.
But anyway, you know, I don't really care because I don't like Emily. Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, no, I don't like Emily.
Okay. So we're just gonna see her crying again loads of times in the next episode. I don't care. I think
Emily's another one, even after this one. Like, I feel like she just needs to go.
No one's into her.
Yeah, I feel like she just needs to go home.
No one cares for you.
Even though she's only had Connor and Tommy, they both ended pretty badly.
Yeah.
So I feel like you might as well just
go, man.
And anyway, I feel like with her as well, she's definitely like a one man. She seems like she's a one man kind of girl.
Yeah, that literally just came into my head.
Bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but in Love Island, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Yeah,
because all of them always say, "Oh, don't put your eggs in one basket. Don't do this and don't do that."
Yeah, she definitely does.
And I mean, fair enough, because I rate that.
Yeah,
and I think that I think that's what you should do. But obviously, like you just said, Love Island doesn't work like the real world. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, just go home. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't like you anyway.
And I don't care for her anyway. So, yeah, just go.
Yeah.
But, I mean, majority of it was expected.
Yeah.
The only shock really, or not really a shock, but quite surprising, was Harry. I mean, the other stuff, it was very predictable. I knew, everyone you recoupled, I knew you were going to recouple.
You know,
obviously, apart from Harry. But
and obviously,
and everyone, the people who stuck, like Dejan, that was obvious.
That was obvious.
Giorgio, obviously, he already told us he was going to stick. So,
but obviously, just quickly, because normally in CASA AMOR, if none of the if some bombshells are not chosen, if certain bombshells are not chosen, they get dumped, right? So that's what I'm hoping and expecting to happen this time round, but they could twist it, and because that's what you were saying, they could twist it and actually be like, actually Giorgio's being dumped as well, which normally doesn't happen in CASA AMOR.
Yeah, because I read that 6 people were getting dumped tonight. So then automatically I thought, well then Giorgio has to be included in that.
Because there were
because how many boys were left? 3.
I thought it was 2.
2, exactly. And then Harry didn't choose his girl.
Harry didn't choose his girl. Giorgio didn't choose his girl.
The girl that Harry... Oh, yeah, Harry's girl. Giorgio's girl. Yeah, I swear there's... Because majority...
Unless there was 3 boys left and...
Unless there was more girls. There was like 3 girls brought back from CASA. Was it 3 or 4?
I don't know.
I think the majority of girls came back.
So unless there was 3 boys and 2 girls, because then that means Georgia would be the 6th person. Or if there's more girls that we're not thinking of.
Yeah, maybe there's more. But as far as I know, the only 2 that weren't chosen was the girl Harry was speaking to and the girl that
Georgia was speaking to.
I swear there wasn't anybody else.
I don't know, because
Harrison brought back a girl, Andrada came back, and Lucy came back. And then boy-wise, there was only 2 up there.
I don't know. It just depends on who got screen time, because I can't remember.
But anyway, yeah, when I read that 6 of them got dumped, in my head I'm thinking Georgia must be included in that, because I don't think there's 6 CASA people left.
Maybe.
Because majority of them recoupled.
If that's the case, we knew it wasn't going to last, but it would be a shame, because they don't do that in CASA anymore. I'm sure they don't.
Well, Fia said that's how they do it in USA.
Okay.
That there is a dumping after CASA. Whoever doesn't get chosen goes home. So I think if they do that this time, obviously that's good drama, because obviously that's not how we do it over here.
Yeah.
So that is good drama. It's a shame because Giorgio that means he's gonna go home, but he's gonna go home anyway. So yeah, we just have to wait and see what they're gonna do. Whether or not they're gonna bring the girls over that didn't get picked and add more fuel to the fire.
To be honest, they normally do.
But it only really matters for Harry's sake, because
because Andrada's already here
and Giorgio's single.
Yeah,
so it only really matters for Harry's sake what that girl has to say.
It's true.
But other than that, yeah.
But I think they normally do bring the girls over.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, let's see what happens for the next episode. Yeah. But obviously, we're going to give Fia a call in it. Because, let's get her take on it. As she was watching it from her end. So, let's call her. Fia, so what did you think about today's episode? Anything particular you want to add?
If I'm being honest, I'm very disappointed with the recoupling. 100%. I'm disappointed with every recouple, if I'm being honest. There was somewhere I didn't care about. I didn't care about Billy Kiss's recouple.
No.
I didn't care about who else, Yasmin's recoupling.
No.
I'm just disappointed with Dijon's recoupling. I'm disappointed with who else? Emily's recoupling. But then at the same time, I'm not, because it's like we knew Tommy was bringing that girl back.
Yeah, we did.
I just think Emily is very slow. Very, very slow, because I don't know why she believed he was going to remain loyal. So she's a bit somewhat slow. Who else? To be honest, I was just holding out for Dejan and Meg to split up, and I didn't get my wish, so...
Definitely.
So I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. But, Billy Kiss recoupling with Boris, was you not shocked? Or you just didn't care?
I wasn't shocked, because he was the only one that paid her any mind.
No, and Martin.
Towards the end, though.
Yeah, but that young boy, that little boy.
Yeah, okay.
That wasn't going anywhere, so I'm not surprised that she chose Boris, because he was the only one that paid her any mind.
Definitely the most, that paid her mind, definitely.
Yeah, so that one didn't bother me. It's a weird coupling, but it didn't bother me at all. She had to choose someone.
I do think it's a weird coupling. I definitely don't think they sue it.
No,
I definitely don't think they sue it.
They definitely don't suit. So it's a weird coupling.
Yeah.
But, she had to choose somebody.
What did you think of Tony and Harrison?
Well, Tony, that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my girl. I loved her speech.
Yeah.
I loved her speech. I'm glad she recoupled. Because she didn't embarrass herself. Harrison is a dumbass.
Yeah. As he is.
As he's always been.
Yep.
So, nothing surprised me there. No. With Tony and Harrison, couldn't have gone any better, if I'm being honest.
Okay. What are your hopes for the next episode?
My hopes for the next episode is I want Andrada to speak up.
Yes.
Fair enough, it wasn't the time or place, which is why when she was standing up there and Meg was asking her questions, she was like, oh, nothing disrespectful, hon, just general chit-chat. But in the next episode, I want Andrada to go in further detail.
Yes, definitely.
That's my hope. Because Dijon can't be getting off scot-free again. He can't be getting off scot-free again. Mm-hmm. And if she doesn't expose him, then I hope it's all revealed on movie night. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But then the one with Harry.
Helena.
Harry's ex. What's her name?
Oh, Emma.
Mm-hmm. I'm very glad she said what she said.
Thank you. Yes, me too.
Me too. She said what she said. She said, "I'm not trying to throw no dirt on your name. I'm just. It's just that you're scared to be exposed."
Yeah. Good.
Because how you are in the villa is exactly who you are.
Mhm. Yep.
So I'm glad she said that.
Me too.
She kept her composure.
Mhm. She did.
But she just added that 2 pence in.
Yeah. Good.
And I loved it.
Good, because he tried to come for her, so she fought back.
Yeah.
In front of everybody. Yep. So she did it back to you.
Yep.
Good. Serve you right. Yeah.
So no. Yeah, from what I can see so far, I like Emma.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like that she can tell him about himself, because somebody needs to. And exactly. It's not that people haven't tried. They've tried and been shut down. So I'm glad now that we have somebody that's just like, she doesn't care. And to be honest, she knows him on the outside. So she knows what she's talking about.
Exactly.
So
and
yeah.
Helena's not doing it, so.
It's like, Helena doesn't know what she's doing. Helena can't do that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm surprised. Well, not that I'm surprised, but they ended it where they ended it for a reason.
Yeah.
Let's see what Tommy has to say for himself. Not that he has anything to say. But even then, it's just like, I don't know why. Emily's just a dance, to be honest. Like, I don't know why. Why would he have stuck loyal to you? Why?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe not to stay loyal, but I honestly did not expect him to move as mad as he did. I really didn't. That was a shock to me.
Nah, that was no shock to me. Because in his head, he wouldn't even see it like he's moving mad, because in his head he's single.
Yeah.
If this was Megan, he wouldn't have done that, because Megan he actually really liked.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and he was he was with her for weeks
from the beginning.
Yeah.
But Megan, he had true feelings for. He
did.
Really liked her.
He did.
Emily, he didn't.
He doesn't like Emily. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Emily was just there. So in his head, he's single.
Well, we definitely saw that in CASA and AMOR, that she was just there. Definitely, with the way he moved, that was obvious. So literally, there is no explanation for him to give. He just needs to tell her, I never liked you.
Yeah, that's
because honestly, you can't excuse the way you moved.
No,
you can't. So that will be done.
Yeah.
There's definitely no going back there.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that's it really.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just see how next episode goes actually, and hopefully we do get our wishes now. Especially with Meg and Dejan.
Yeah, that's it, man. I just want them to split up. It's just too long now.
Exactly. Way too long.
Too long now.
Yeah. We've literally been wanting this for, 5 weeks? For as long as this show has been going on, we've wanted it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, please, come on. It's time now.
Yeah, it's time, man. It's too long. It's too long, and it's getting too close to the final. They can't be winning.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, okay then.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
All right, bye. Yeah. So obviously that's Fia's view on today's episode. I think we're hoping for the same thing at this point, as we do, because we have very similar views. Very similar views, very similar opinions. So I think we're hoping for the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let us know what you guys thought of this episode. And what you thought of the recoupling as well, because the recoupling was quite crazy. Maybe not as crazy as some of the previous seasons, because they've been some crazy CASA AMOR recouplings.
Yes.
But it was crazy enough, you know, for this season, I guess. But let us know what you guys thought of the conflict, of the confrontations, of the decisions that people made, and what your hopes are for the next episode, what you think is going to go down. Do you think there's going to be any endings to relationships in the next episode or the next couple of episodes, especially for movie night? Like, what relationships or what couples do you think will actually stand the test of time and will actually make it to the final? Who do you want to make it? Who do you don't you want to make it? Have a conversation with us in the comments. We love talking to you guys. And check out our other videos on our podcast. It is what it is until it isn't. You can find all our videos there. And if you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Join our family. And we will see you next time on the podcast.